Greetings everyone, welcome to my review of Mega Man issue 11 and part 3 of the Mega Man 2 arc. Before we get started, I'd like to point out something I skimmed over last time, and thank you Shade Ketchum for pointing this out. The symbol here when Mega Man copied Heatman's power is the one for Heatman.exe from the Battle Network series. I didn't recognize it at first because it's been a long time since I played any Battle Network game, and I prefer the Classic and X series. To recap from last time, Mega Man continued his crusade to stop Wily's bots from attacking the city, which involved destroying the aforementioned Heatman and Crashman. He copied more of Wily's malware, and we're starting to see its effects. Light spotted this and began designing countermeasures. He better hurry as Mega Man heads off to face 4 more Robot Masters without any sort of repairs. Mega Man finishes making his way past various Airman enemy hazards until he reaches the Robot Master himself. He monologues what us readers already know. Mega Man's badly damaged, he's under a time limit to save the city, etc, etc. Airman's not impressed with the response. Attempted atomic fire to the face. Airman's air shooter brings Mega Man to his knees. The only way to win is to use a weapon that can cut through the air currents, namely Leaf Shield. It works, at the cost of all remaining Leaf Shield energy. Speaking of energy, Mega Man recharges a little thanks to Airman's power core. In addition to copying weapon and malware data, Dr. Light, going off information provided by Agents Krantz and Stern, teleports Mega Man to an industrial processing plant. The crushing spike mechanism should clue us into who's next, Metal Man, who makes quite an impression on Mega Man while implying he's based on Cutman's design. Oh, another knockoff, huh? Light must be thrilled to hear this. Oh wait, Mega Man gains the upper hand by blowing up part of the machinery as a distraction, leading him to simultaneously copy Metal Blade and Malware while damaging Metal Man. What ultimately does the Robot Master in? His own weapon. And trust me, it makes sense. Dr. Light decides that's enough and tries to teleport Rock back to the lab, only for Rock to block the teleporting signal. It's not his fault. 6 pieces of malware virus can seriously mess up computer systems. Light knows this and begins remotely uploading a tracking signal and antivirus software to Rock. He also tells Otto, who just finished making some designs, to make some calls and assures Roll that everything will be fine. Mega Man heads through a gem cavern adjacent to the processing plant. The agents reported robotic activity in that area as well. Due to having low energy, our hero sneaks past the various Sniper Joe patrols and reaches the next Robot Master, Flashman. At first, he appears to move as fast as Quickman, but as Flashman puts it, that's how lesser robots perceive his time stop. He's not happy Mega Man circumvented his forces. He worked hard getting them into position. What really ticks him off is the fact that Mega Man has hair. I'm not joking. He's so distracted by the concept of hair, he didn't see a quick boomerang going into his back. That's right, Quickman killed him. He's that committed to having his fight with Mega Man, who's copying Time Stop plus Virus as Quickman force feeds him an E-Tank. Hey, he may take out his own brother, but he's a sportsman when it comes to his enemy. Their confrontation begins with a chase. Mega Man must keep up with Quickman if they're going to fight. And the penalty for being slow? Insta-kill lasers. Oh yeah, fellow players, we've all been there. Time for Mega Man to break out Time Stop to show this lesser robot about speed. Hold on, didn't Flashman call him a lesser robot earlier? Oh dear. As both make it to the ground, another race is happening. Dr. Light's antivirus program is currently uploading and it's at 70%. In fact, we see some of its effects as Mega Man's reminded what happens when one has too much power. The fight with Quickman begins, and if Mega Man copies Quick Boomerang along with malware before the antivirus downloading is complete, anywho, Quickman taunts Mega Man with his speed before Mega Man himself trolls him with Time Stop. Finally, he stops Quickman altogether and destroys him. Moment of truth time, people. Mega Man copies Quick Boomerang plus Virus. Did Dr. Light manage to upload the antivirus in time? Nope. Mega Man surges and is teleported straight to Wily Castle 2. Wily begins monologuing to his new toy, revealing that the malware coding is indeed a way to reprogram Mega Man to serve him. Once he copied all 8 pieces, of course. Things are looking bad, especially back at Light Labs. But there's some good news. Those that Otto called earlier have arrived to help. Dr. Light's Robot Masters. Now we see the full scope of Wily's revenge, tying back to what I said last issue. Either Wily will use his 8 robot masters to take over the city and later the world, or have one super fighting robot. Wily came up with the virus trick by observing Mega Man's copy technique and loss of emotional control during the comic's first arc. Also based on what Wily said, it's a modified means on how he brainwashed previous robot masters. Kudos, Wily. Enjoy this moment of victory while you can. Pacing wise, I'm starting to feel like this story has hit the fast forward button. I know Mega Man has to stop the remaining 4 robot masters quickly, and not everything can be adapted into the comic, but it's still jarring. The Airman and Metal Man fights are guilty of this. Here they are, and boom, destroyed. Flashman's a little more forgiving since Quickman made the finishing blow, and Quickman gets a pass since he's been hounding Mega Man throughout this arc. Let's hope the references more than make up for the pacing. We've got 2 musical nods. First, Airman's lines of "You can't beat me" is a shout out to the Japanese song Airman ga Tao Sine, or I cannot defeat Airman. Said song is about a Mega Man 2 player who's having trouble with Heatman stage and needs item 2. The only way to get item 2 is to defeat Airman, and he finds the boss difficult. Otto's lines of "Old Blue and Cyan with a gun for a hand." It's a shout out to Rental Floss's Mega Man 3 with Lyrics song. For the Robot Masters themselves, Airman is indeed weak to Leaf Shield. Good thing Rock had enough for one shot. And the Power Core is a nod to health pickups enemies sometimes drop. Metal Man destroyed by his own weapon. Yeah, that's his weakness in the game. One shot, or 2 in the harder / Japanese mode, takes him out. And yes, Metal Man is an upgrade to Cutman. Flashman's obsession with hair is a character trait. Oh, and Mega Man bypassing his forces? You can do that in the game, specifically before the boss door. If you want to know Flashman's weakness, it's Metal Blades and Crash Bomb. Now on to Quickman. I tried looking for this online, but found nothing. Maybe it's just me, or was there supplementary material for Quickman that at one point described him as a rival for Mega Man? Because that's what I've seen throughout the arc. Time Stop or Time Stopper is his weakness, although it damages him by half in the game. I've gone back and forth with this, but I've decided to give the issue a 7. As I said, the pacing hurts it a bit, but the game nods are good, the art is very strong, and I feel sorry for Mega Man and his family, especially near the end. But as the ending indicates, there is hope as Light's about to send his Robot Masters after Wily to save Mega Man. We'll see how this plays out when we get to issue 12. Man, Quickman's an arrogant speedster. I wonder what would happen if he were to ever meet a certain speedy blue hedgehog.